About basic materials. Alright, when we're looking at basic materials, we're starting off for Scott's Miracle Grow. Now, I do remember talking about this and talking about how terrible it was doing. Now, we had our earnings. Oh, we beat on earnings. I actually like this. I like this. What did we do last time? We beat on earnings last time too and got destroyed. Okay, we're beating on earnings. What is it? So the guidance, the conference call must have been terrible. They must not have very good salespeople. That's conference call. But when you look at this. So earnings, negative 73 cents to actual 39 cents. Now we went all the way to earnings $5. Like I'm confused with this. All right, I'm very confused because we're making money hand over fist over here, and we're going down. So you might want to pay attention. Maybe they made some sales or whatever, and they just padded the books. So the earnings per share looks good, but their revenue or cash flow went down. You need to do your own due diligence on that, as I'm just looking at the chart. They beat on earnings. They're going to give a dividend. I'm a little confused here. However, let's do this. This is always fun to do this. All right. This is their last move. We just did it inversed, right? I like to see things going up, not down. It's easier for me. All right, so we're still in a bearish trend. You see the minus, so we could come all the way down to the 165, and as long as we don't cross this 168 right here, then it's still in a really bearish trend. The extension would be up to this 145 to 135, which would make sense because let's go back over here. And 146 would be basically target area, support area down here. So if I was a buyer, I would be buying around the 146. Now, if you are aggressive, you go ahead and buy here. Just be careful, because when you did the inverse, 146, 145, 146 was target area, the 127 extension, and then it's also a huge area over on the positive side where it is basically the beginning of the trend from I'm off just a little bit, as you can see. That low is actually 147.71. Excuse me. But that was way back in last year in October. All right. Let's go on to DuPont de MOS. How did we do on earnings? Okay, we beat on earnings. I like how it came way down here. I can't see anything. The earnings are in the way. There we go. Let me draw myself here. Wow. All right. See what I'm talking about? This makes sense. All right. We jiggled all the way down to here, and we finally broke out, coming back in. I gotta go here. Let's draw a fib from here to here. That gives us a little bit better to kind of tell what's going on, since this was beginning of August or July, whatever, July 17th. So our negative trend, right, would match ourselves up down to the 67.70. The lines are kind of matching up for everything where we've been going through. Remember now, when it crosses the 50%, the trend is basically now skewed to the other side. So this is a negative Fibonacci, right? So as long as we held the 50 on the negative, it would like right here if we had continued down, if we didn't more or less like right here, because we didn't breach the 50, then, or the second it breached the 50, then there's a higher probability that it's going to go the other direction. All right, so it breached the 50, came down, and boom, there we go. Now for it to become bullish, it has to stay above this 50% mark right here, right? The higher, the less that it gets below, the more probability it's going to go higher, right? So if we kind of bring ourselves into maybe 76.58, which would be the high of right here, gives us a little bit of support, then I would look for it to continue to kind of take out this massive kind of drop right here that happened on 7/16. Mosaic. I kind of like it. Had our nice little kind of triple bottom, head and shoulders ish looking thing. On our earnings, we beat on earnings, and so far so good. It bounced off of our line, like I was saying over here, a triple bottom basically. Broke above. We broke above our challenge point, which was placed on 7/1, which was the high of 32.95. And we came back basically and tried to retest it. I'm pretty, anything above 33.01, which would basically be this low, I still say bullish, but let's draw on a Fibonacci just so we're not just guessing on what Eric thinks. So okay, we got a little bit more wiggle room than I would have thought. We can really go all the way down to 32, basically 32.04, and we're still bullish. Now you see how we went below the 786, but then we bounced right back up, and we're holding the 33.43. So if we can hold this 33.43, then we are really bullish, and look for us to take out this 34 and headed to 35.78. Dow. How did we do? Okay, we beat by 30 cents, not bad. And I mean, since earnings, it's kind of trended higher. I see us taking, we still got a little, let's draw a fib, so I'm not seeing us anything. We'll just say what's the numbers are there. So we are holding above the 786, which is nice. I'd like to see that. As long as we're above the 62.92, I would say it is bullish, looking to try to take out the 786, which is this area right here, 64, 60-ish, and look for us to try to come out to the 65.83. I'm not going to say it's going to take next week, but as long as we stay above this 63.67, we're headed up to 65. International paper did exactly how I wanted it to do. We jiggled all the way around. We finally got some steam. We broke above this teal line, come back down on the teal line, and I would say this is a great buying opportunity with the risk below the teal line. Now Monday, if the market's crashing, we might dip into this level right here. So let's draw a Fibonacci to kind of give ourselves a frame of reference. Oh yeah, no, we're on the 618. The lowest we go and we bail on this is 758.76. However, we are on our teal line and we closed above the 618, so this looks like it's a pretty nice little buy. Lindell Basal. Yeah, I like it. I like it. How do we do on earnings? Yeah, we beat on earnings. Pretty nice. Yeah, it looks beautiful. Yeah, 109 would be the target. That's looking really nice. Now we could come down a little bit. That's not a problem. Let's go ahead and draw that number out there so I can kind of see it. 102 would be our truly bullish mark, right? We're really above the 786, which we are now. We're above that. We're also above the 50% and the 618, and we are looking gorgeous. And watch out, bears, because we're coming for 118. BASF. Oh wow, we're actually starting to do something over here. Mind you, remember we've been in the 18 level for God knows how long, right? I mean, this is, what do we do on earnings? Okay, I remember. They don't tell us anything. However, it looks like they did pretty well, because since that point in time, we've gapped up, and now, I mean, we pretty made some massive moves there. Let's see, the 20, let's see us kind of move higher. Like, there's people even in this? Yeah, there's no volume in at all in this. 200 shares, 67,000 shares. Oh, whoa, there's a lot. Let's see on this big day. 1.2 million. Yeah, there's not very many. Nothing's happening in this, but I still want to hold it. Although, I mean, I have nothing, no chart there. Just roll dice. It's only $20. Okay. Oh my goodness, RIO just took a dump on it. Did it? Oh my. Oh no, this makes sense. It makes sense. They just paid a $3 dividend. You had to have the stock on 8.12. That makes sense. So what? I mean, this dropped way more than just the $3. Way more. Yeah. Be very careful with RIO. They paid great. Let's see how they did. Oh yeah, they're not going to tell us. Yeah, that's what I thought. Earnings on the 28th, not going to tell us. Yeah, I don't have much to say on this one. It's a gapper, because we went from 85 to 79, like literally overnight. You go ahead and tell me what you think, because I don't know, we're gonna maybe gap down to 73, or because this gap's kind of both ways, because we were down here at this level 720, and then 83, we're back up to 88, and now we're right back into like 79.20. Yeah, nope, that's the fib. Let's draw one of these lines, see where we're at. Yeah, so we're right at the same level it was right here, and now over here. So the April level, be very careful, because all depends on how they want to trade this, because gapping and cup, right? So just be careful. Sherwin-Williams, massive, beautiful. I don't even know what to tell you. If you haven't been paying attention to me basically since April, then that's your own fault, because this stock has basically, I mean, don't forget we did 3 for 1, because they gave me 3 for 1 of the shares that I had, and we are almost doubled. Well, not really almost doubled, but we're almost, what percentage is this? Oh, we'll just take our trusty thing right here. I don't think, yeah, is it trend line? Yeah, it is trend line, right? Okay, that's not negative 20%. What? %, gain 62 points. Beautiful. So you would have made 60% on your money just by buying it when I was basically yelling, screaming, everybody buy it. Yeah, we back in June we were down here at our 286 and our 268, and since then we have said goodbye to everybody and reached our target, which I sold perfectly on that. And yeah, let's go with a little fibby and bring ourselves all the way down to the short term, which is, I mean, not a massive, that's kind of difficult to say. Yeah, this is really short term, but it makes sense. If we hold above the 302, then this is massive. We're headed to 310. This is really short term. Mind you, this is less than a week. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is just 4 days, right? Just 4 days Fibonacci. So the probability this is going to stand is not quite as high. But if we can hold these numbers, then we're going to quickly be at 314. I hope that makes sense. Echo Lab finally decided to do something, right? I mean, not yet, but you know, that's cool. All right, so I would still like to see us break out of the 226. All right about here, this area right here. If we can break out of that area and then maybe come down, then I would like it up to the 230. But really, if you're aggressive, anything above this 217.92, you're in it. So you don't have much to fear. And that will be it for that. I do like how we're anticipating, like I said, if you're aggressive, you can aggressively anticipate this 226 breakout, which is really only $1, so it's not that big of a deal. Since on Friday we went $2.75, so we're literally $1 away. But the volume's kind of declining. It's not not increasing. So just keep that in mind. I would love to see like a volume spike as well if it breaks out. All right, that's basic material.